You ever stop and wonder what really makes us, well, us? Why are humans so different from every other animal on the planet? Well, according to anthropologist Sarah Blafford-Hrdy, a huge piece of that puzzle is found in a pretty surprising place: how we raised our babies. We're going to dive into this incredible story because it turns out this one thing, how we care for our kids, might just be the secret ingredient to what it means to be human.
So it all boils down to this one central mystery. What is the secret to human cooperation? I mean, it's the glue that holds our entire civilization together, but where did it even come from? Well, as we're about to find out, the answer is not what you'd expect, and it's pretty profound.
All right, to really get this, we have to go back, way back. Our story starts in a completely different world, and understanding that world is key to understanding ourselves. You gotta remember, for the vast majority of human history, we weren't living in cities or towns. Nope, we were nomadic hunter-gatherers, moving around in these small family groups of maybe 20 to 50 people. And in that world, you did not survive on your own. Sharing food, watching each other's backs, that wasn't just a nice thing to do, it was the absolute bedrock of survival.
But our ancestors faced this massive, almost impossible problem, a problem that threatened the survival of the entire group. And believe it or not, that problem came in a very, very small package.
So here's the thing about human babies. Compared to other primates, they're uniquely helpless for an incredibly long time. A chimpanzee mother, for instance, she can pretty much raise her offspring all by herself. But for our early human ancestors, there was just no way a mother could gather enough food for herself and her super-dependent, slow-growing, big-brained child. This was a huge evolutionary crisis.
And to really put this into perspective, just get a load of this number. An anthropologist named Hilliard Kaplan actually did the math. It takes about 13 million calories to raise one human child from birth until they can fend for themselves. 13 million.
So, the big question is, how on earth could one mother in a hunter-gatherer group provide all of that on her own? Well, the short answer? She couldn't. This incredible evolutionary pressure demanded a radical new solution. And that solution, well, it changed absolutely everything. This is the heart of what we're talking about today. A strategy so powerful, it may have unlocked our entire species' potential.
It's a concept called cooperative breeding. And honestly, it's a beautifully simple idea. Mothers got help. Unlike every other great ape where the mom does pretty much all the work, early humans developed a system where raising a child was a shared group project.
And who were these helpers? Scientists call them allomothers, which literally means other mothers. This could be anyone. The father, older brothers and sisters, grandmothers, aunts, uncles, you name it. Even friends who weren't related. This network of caregivers, this was our species' evolutionary superpower.
Okay, and this is the crucial part. This wasn't just about babysitting. This survival strategy kicked off a full-blown social revolution. It kind of flips the old script that we got smart first with big brains and tools. This idea suggests our incredible social and emotional skills might have actually come first.
I mean, think about the ripple effect. Because we had to rely on each other to raise kids, we had to develop way more complex social bonds. Our groups had to be super flexible so different people could step in and help out. All of that constant social juggling, trying to understand what everyone else was thinking and feeling, that probably laid the groundwork for complex things like language.
But here's where the story takes a really cool twist. It turns out the adults weren't the only ones driving this whole thing. The babies themselves were active players in building this new social world.
Think about it, right? A baby's smile, a baby's cry, it triggers a really powerful response in most of us. To survive in a world where you've got multiple people looking after you, human infants had to evolve these incredible social skills. They had to get really, really good at reading intentions and emotions, what scientists call a theory of mind, all to charm their network of caregivers.
And this whole idea is just captured perfectly by Sarah Hrdy herself. She argues that the extraordinary social skills of an infant are at the heart of what makes us human. Let that sink in. The baby's need for care is what forged our incredible ability to connect and cooperate.
So, that's the ancient history. But what does this story of survival and cooperation mean for us, right here, right now, in the modern world?
Well, our world looks totally different. We've shifted from that ancestral model of this big web of group support to a modern one that's often focused on the small, nuclear family, with help coming from places like daycare. The village, so to speak, has really changed.
And that raises some big questions. If our empathy evolved from this system of shared care,
What happens when that system changes? Now, the good news is that tons of research shows it's the quality of the care that matters most, not just who's giving it. Sensitive, loving care, whether it's from a parent, a grandparent, or a great daycare teacher, is what builds secure and empathetic kids. Understanding our past helps us know what to prioritize today.
So, we'll leave you with this final thought. We are all the heirs to this amazing cooperative legacy, a legacy built around the needs of our children. Knowing that, what steps can we take, as a society, to help strengthen our village and make sure that the empathy and the social bonds that truly make us human continue to thrive for generations to come?